Comfy, cozy, comfy.
Saturday morning with my cartoons.
So cozy.
Time of God, she's fed and snoozed.
Say cozy.
Got 3 days till my rental's due.
So comfy.
Left my homework at school. Alright, PJs, check.
So cozy.
Mixing bowl of cereal, check.
Say cozy.
Toy commercial absorption memories, check.
So comfy.
Alright, boys, here we go.
16 bits of have mercy, y'all.
And welcome back to St. Kohzee's Center for Company Nostalgia. Actually, Joe, I lied. You have to add your stream part back right now, because then it won't be in the right spot. So you did it. Thank you. Anyway, as always, Kev lost everything. By the way, this is Kev. So Kevy the Kid. Hey, welcome, Mr. Sloppy Joe. Yes, and I'm Bear. And this week we are going to play Speedy Gonzales, Los Gatos Banditos on SNES. We're going to talk about fireworks stories in honor of National Ordnance Day. And then to close it out, we're going to do Carrier Races, another battle war-oriented game. We'll see. See how that all goes. Welcome, boys. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. And you might have noticed I'm not at my normal locale. I am a remote. So if it sounds weird and I look weird, then that's meant to be. So I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, you do look weird, man.
Yeah, you look real weird, dude.
A little bit.
It's that fluorescent lighting. Kills you.
It's so harsh.
Harsh. Well, I guess we're ready to go. Game on.
Get her started.
Game on.
All right.
Wait, there was a Slowpoke Rodriguez?
Yeah, that was his buddy.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wait, what kind of slow was he, though?
He was just physically slow.
Okay.
Like he moved as a sharp contrast to Speedy, but he spoke slow, and so you would think that he might be slow, but I think he was just literally slow.
Is there any controversy around Speedy Gonzales? I'm assuming he's no longer in the Disney canon. I
would imagine not.
Of course. I think some white people got mad at him.
Oh, white people got mad. That's probably true,
Of course.
actually.
Who else
That's
is it gonna
probably
be?
right.
It's
Yeah.
probably white people. White people started it and they got mad about it, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
The cycle is complete.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's been a whole story here unfolding about Speedy.
Oh.
It's fairly long, actually. It feels like maybe they spent money for Disney or Looney Tunes, Warner Brothers animators to give them frames to digitize or something, because there's a lot.
Yeah, they look pretty good.
Yeah. And so, yeah, like Burrow said in the chat, the plot is basically the Gatos Banditos come to town and take all your mice friends away, and you've got to go get them.
Wow, the cats come and take them all away. That's a
Yeah.
pretty heavy story, because you know where they're going. Some sort of camp for later consumption.
Consumption
A food
camp.
Yes. Consumption camp. Okay. Well, I guess this is a map screen, but I'm not allowed to move around.
Well, you have to
But
play
it
the
is the
first
first
level.
stage, so no.
Unless you want to go back and watch the open.
Yeah, it just sends you back. Okay.
Okay. We know our objective.
Ominous.
It's good. I'm not sure about that gradient over, like, it looks like they're dangling over, like, a lava or something.
So saying it's pretty ominous.
They're going to cook them.
Yeah, stuff is serious. You better go get them.
Better hurry, Speedy.
Okay. Got a clock, and he's just what a doofus pose. But
He's happy.
put
Hey,
those
very
arms out in front.
very Sonic-esque vibes I'm getting already.
Immediately. I've got a little kick here.
Okay.
Yeah.
That looks like the littlest, most useless kick. we'll see.
I guess you
That
want to
looks
avoid
bad.
those. Oh no,
What?
you want to jump them.
Nope.
Got it.
So, cheese, I'm assuming, but at the first glance, I thought these were chocolate chip cookies.
Mmm.
Mm.
Cookie
Both
crisp.
delicious. And that's a callback.
And that,
And that,
was
my
what
friends,
we-
is how you do a
is
callback.
A callback.
All right, now what's going on over here?
Yeah, there's a heart down there.
Yeah, but
Trying to see how
Rose
brave
says it's
you
full
are.
of bottomless pits. Oh, that's
Well,
nice.
That looks like a
we're about to
bottomless
get
pit.
what's over
This must be a way.
Ah,
Oh, see, they were checking to see if you're gonna. Maybe we'll even save a mouse down here. Oh,
What is the background? Are you in like Edo,
there's
Japan?
one. There's a mouse to save.
good. I suppose this is supposed to be like a Mexican village of some kind, but
in Japan.
in Japan.
And they have mountains in Mexico, kid. Wow, you saved somebody and then you died, so
Yeah.
that's cool.
Because they trick you here with there's a spring.
Foot.
So again, yeah, it's a boot in the ass. Again, a boot in the ass.
Wow. Big metaphor for poor Speedy.
All right, I want whatever that is. Heart is. Let's get back up here. I think the mouse traps as a launch pad. I think that's something from the cartoons. I think they in one episode he's just so fast that the traps don't work
I
on
can't
him.
get him.
Yeah.
Got this land of the rising sun behind you.
What?
Furry turd is an enemy.
I want to see one of those dried up looking raisin motherfuckers next time we get a chance.
Yeah, let's. Okay, another dude. Good
Oh,
pretty
she
good
said
voice sample. Here we
gracias.
go.
There.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Seems
Yeah.
pretty content though.
Oh God. It's like the California raisins failed equivalent of figs, the Mexico City figs.
Yeah, Perry the prune, you know.
Okay. All right. Low tunnel, mid tunnel, high tunnel. Which tunnel, boys?
Gotta go high every time.
Gotta go high.
Take the high ground, Joe.
Oh,
What are the hearts? Oh, you have your health down there at the bottom. I see now. Is that ever going to reappear?
oh,
Yes.
Okay. A bat, maybe?
Bat with cat faces.
Yeah, a cat bat.
Get not even a.
Well
that's
done, Joe.
2 frames when you touch those falling platforms to jump off again, or you're falling with it. It's. Yeah. All right. Well.
It seems like the camera is super slow. Like to move with you. It's behind.
Ooh. Yeah. Little, and even his. This is as fast as he runs without a. Oh my God! Without one of those boots in the butt. Okay.
Yeah, it's not very speedy.
Yeah, I think you have to use gravity to get the rest of your speed going. Yeah.
There
Yeah,
it is.
there he goes. It's very Sonic-esque, honestly.
That right there, that's pure Sonic. They just stole that.
Yeah,
that-
they did.
Animation
They
and
did.
everything of him standing on the edge.
Although his kind of looks like he's doing it on purpose.
For
Showboat.
attention. Yeah.
He's showboating.
I only have 30 seconds left. I guess I should go to the end of this stage.
Oh, wow.
Especially
Nobody noticed
considering
that.
like time pickups have been a regular occurrence.
Yeah.
And you have to get 8 mice, and you only have 2? I guess they want you to be speedy.
Yeah. I think we got 3. 3 out of 8, maybe?
Wonder what happens.
They die.
Oh, do we have to watch them die?
Yep.
The next cutscene. They're being eaten alive by cats. 50%
What?
survival rate.
Well, maybe you gotta be a little faster. Step on it. and find. It makes me think that this objective will change.
It says part 2, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to find 16 miles.
Yeah, it's a pretty good-looking game.
Yeah, that's what Rose saying. The reviewers at the time said it was simple and would appeal to younger audiences, but it's pretty and it sounds good.
Mm-hmm. Which, there you go. I guess if that's your market, that's what you want it to do. You mean this?
There's a boot
Boot?
up there. Yeah.
This 30-year-old game wasn't intended for me in my old age.
Kick him right off the mountain. God,
Wow. No fall
fall
damage.
damage.
There we go. Well, what's terminal velocity for a little mouse like this? Like the most he could pick up with wind resistance. Ooh, that looks
Dangerous.
Hot. Mhm.
What are you taking a selfie? Yeah, just
okay. Okay. Give me some of this. These, they don't seem to have a actual set pattern. Like the timing between each burst doesn't feel the same. Wow.
Ooh. Is that just death? Oh.
Mm-hmm. I think that went
Oh, wow.
right up the butt.
it's interesting.
would
It
be
started you off
definitely
here where you got that last heart. I wonder if it has a little save feature.
I think it's for when you save one of the mice that acts as a checkpoint.
Got you. That makes more sense.
They know perfectly where to put those bats though in the middle of your jump.
Super. Oh, music picked up too.
Okay.
Okay, that's number 4. Is that number 4?
I think so.
All right.
Rose said a reviewer at the time said it feels like controlling a large walrus rather than a mouse. The controls that bad?
It's not that bad, but the amount of time it takes to turn around, you don't get. So I'm going kind of full speed here, and if I press the other direction to turn around, you don't get like a slide animation or any indication that you're slowing down or turning around. It just feels like it's not obeying your command. So I understand that.
There's no indication that you're actually Speedy Gonzales.
Yeah, that's my review.
This is another game where they ripped off a better game, and then they just didn't rip it off all the way. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're
they
gonna do
left all the
Sonic,
good
might as well
parts.
just take the controls too.
Yeah. You can tell it's. Oh, okay. I got some of that.
That was easy, huh?
Just
That
Okay.
feels. Yeah.
Joe, that's
That
the way
felt
you
like
play this
Sonic.
game, man. Just full speed
Yeah.
ahead. Just jump where you can. I think.
Yep. Which is very Sonic as well. Which is one of the things that bothers me about games like this. You're supposed to go fast, but I want to explore the entire level and get everything. Counter, whatever productive for the way the game's designed.
Intuitive?
Yes, thank you. And there's Kev with scripture.
Almost.
They drop so fast, it feels like you get stuck to them. Like you have to jump so quickly.
So speedily.
Like as soon as you hit him, Speedy, if you will.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, they do seem to,
You know,
seem
your
to like,
res-
pull you in a
Your
little
response time to hit the jump is
Yeah. That's pretty poor. That waterfall
pretty
that's
poor.
going into the water, it's nothing. No animation. That's. Oh, I guess I'm done with the level.
oh well, there you go.
bit. I think we might have gotten 7. This is a little much as well. Like, shouldn't they just pop on the screen and then start animating? I don't.
And
No,
yet he's slowly
this is-
running across the screen.
Yeah.
Speedrunners must love this screen. Okay.
Oh,
Whoa.
wow.
Okay, you can revisit older stages. All right. Surely would.
For a second, I thought
Shirley.
that said Shirley Hood. But
Shirley's Hood.
surely this is the hood. You got to rescue G-Mice in this round. G-Mice in the hood. Yeah, okay, it makes
Yeah,
sense. It's all
Shirley's
coming
Hood.
together.
It's all coming together. 1 out of 5 stars.
The shoes on the bush? This really is the hood.
Yeah.
Yeah, are there shoes on the power line?
Yeah.
I see mushrooms back there. Ananitas mascaris.
Also, that lets you go to super speed faster.
Yeah.
Oh, if
So
he's
they
on
just-
mushrooms?
He's on shoes.
Oh, he's on shoes, not shrooms. Got it.
Oh.
God!
That's
You might be
pretty
able
good,
to make
though.
that jump, but it's
Don't tell me that they're about to... Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
oh,
game
that's a
over.
death. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Wow.
Okay.
You have no more lives left either.
Oh, really? Dang. Okay.
Okay, so I thought those red things might have been
Oh.
from Sonic as well, but I guess not. They don't flip.
They're
or
to let you know
nothing.
there's a jump ahead.
Ah.
Okay, I'm up here now.
That's mighty wide of them.
This sign is.
I
really
like
great.
that. I like that.
Yeah.
Shirley's Hood.
Pre-K, yeah. Shirley's Hood, indeed.
All right, this looks okay.
Okay. Give us
Awesome.
a little zip line.
That's cool.
Also Sonic.
Oh,
Ooh,
Did get. Pretty good sound effect.
yeah, that's a good sound effect.
Squeaky pulley.
oh, time.
There we go.
Hey,
Oh, I thought that was someone pulling from a
Me
pile of
too.
rocks and throwing at me. No, it's a pile of rocks throwing
It's a
itself.
pile
at
of
me.
rocks throwing itself.
Okay. Oh. I'm supposed to jump off. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, there's the rock pile.
Oh,
Nope, can't do it.
teleports you up there. Okay. All right.
music speeds up way fast. Oh, there's a guy up there.
We got 3 minutes. We can get him. What? Give me these.
I was gonna say there's no
You got a
double,
double jump.
Yeah. Oh, how you gonna do that? Nice, Joe.
Oops.
Well done, sir.
Let's see how far we can get today. Ooh.
Look. Look.
Oh.
Didn't care. Wow.
It's right to the end.
Kukaracha, the only song, and I assume they didn't have to pay for that
No, that has to be in the public domain by now.
by now. One would hope. So what I'm noticing, it's not a bad game. If you like Looney Tunes and you wanted a platformer, this would be right up there. I'm curious how many levels it has. It looks like each stage is a two-parter.
I was thinking that too, Ro. I thought this game could be more of an opportunity to teach kids Spanish, but there's a couple words they
So
throw
far,
in, but
We got Andale. We got Gracias. Banditos.
Gatos.
Gatos.
Gonzales.
That is all. Gonzales.
Crows that just walking around. Just,
Those are the crows from Dumbo.
Yeah, they really were.
I think those are your favorite crows now, Kev.
Mm. Mm. Double jump. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Shirley's
Got a
pissed.
Shirley's Hood.
Oh, I should be up on that roof. Yep. There's a kid up there. Call a baby mouse, right? A kid? No, that's a...
Nice. That's a baby goat, I think.
Ugh.
Up here. Oh, pulley back down. Don't die.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I guess I'll just keep
All
going.
right. Well, nobody's the other way. Question mark.
Yeah. Yeah. These.
The cheeses don't do anything. Oh God.
Yeah, you've gotten over 100 of them. I guess they just
Oh,
are
I
points
guess it's just points. then, yeah.
tabulated at the end. Yeah, that's weak.
Makes it. It's hard not to collect a collectible, even if it is useless.
The gamer in you, Joe. Gotta catch 'em all.
No, there's
Speedy
probably some.
Gonzales.
Why? Okay, I had to get over 200. We can leave now.
Why?
Clinically, it's probably
I just
something
determined
else.
they're not
Okay.
worth anything.
Yeah. Still turned around. Oh, you do get an extra life at the end of the level if you get 100.
Oh,
That's what those
Dang.
little...
Oh.
so they make them redeem it at the end of the level, like those tickets. You know.
Cash it in. Give me that extra life.
Give me that throwy sticky hand.
Those are the best.
1,000 tickets.
I was at Dave & Buster's the other day, and they had sticky hands, but they're now giant, full-size man sticky hands. Ah!
That's how you do it. Like that's a big business model. I'm sure it's a business model that's existed forever, but I'm only clocking it recently. Is you take all the things that, whatever the current generation that's got money, you take all their nostalgia and just level it up for grown-up people now. And they
I
make
mean,
the
that
face
happened
I
with
just made
bar.
about
That happened with bar.
full-size sticky-
Yeah, that happened with bar games, Joe. During our own generation, like the bars in my late 20s started stocking like giant Jenga and giant.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
What's the one where you stretch out and on the colors and whatever?
Twister.
Twister. Yep.
The point of that game is that it's small, so that everybody gets all intermingled.
Well, I think they wanted more people
Beast
to play
with
it because,
three
like, you can
decks.
with adult-sized humans, you can only play with like 2 or 3, I would guess, on a regular-sized Twister.
I ain't trying to bring everybody into my Twister party.
I mean, I think, no offense, Kev, but I don't know if you can play Twister with anyone. You're just, you'd be the whole,
You own the board.
board. Yeah.
That's the point. Just limbs. My limbs everywhere. You're going to be straddling one of my limbs whether you like it or not.
And that soon became the primary purpose of Twister.
And then-
It became
that's how Kev
Climber.
went to jail.
Climber, where they climb Kev and see who can stay on him the longest. You win a car. Last one.
Just making me think of Shadow of the Colossus now, but with Kev. He's like, trying to knock you off.
Yeah, something like that. There's a lot of leaps of faith in this game.
Mm-hmm. Because I think
Sonic was kind of the same way, but they expect you to get hit a lot. That's why the health system works so well.
yeah.
I mean, another thing that Sonic did, it did expect you to get hit, Kev, but it was more intuitive, it seemed like, in terms of the jumps and like the way they had the level design, the curves and stuff. It helped you know what was coming up to some extent. But then if you got wrecked, it didn't matter because you just grab a ring and you're good.
One of the onion rings.
Give me those sweet, sweet onion rings. They keep me alive. Okay, let's just try and get.
Kev,
Nope,
what would
I
you
should've-
choose between an onion ring and a bloomin' onion? What would your choice be?
Oh,
there?
bloomin' onion.
Oh yeah,
Done. Bloomin' onion.
yeah.
A single ring versus a whole
Well,
onion?
I mean, just an order of onion rings versus a bloomin' onion.
Would you also accept, Kev, a bloomin' onion, but done in the style of a candy apple, as opposed to filleted and like all splayed out. So you get more onion per bite. Yeah. I think I could do it if it was a red onion. I think that might be a doable. I can't get back over there.
That's actually a kind of interesting idea, Joe. They do have those small onions, those cocktail onions. Fry those up, see what happens.
Ooh,
There we go. The brain trust coming in, paying dividends.
clutch.
Gotta not care about these damn.
Jesus. Well, they're the only thing
Jesus.
keeping you alive.
On.
What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you?
He dies like
Kohzee.
a mouse too, just a little squeaky sound and he's gone.
Killed a lot of mice, have you?
And he's
Yeah,
gone.
they squeak a little bit when they die.
They do.
They do.
The first keep
Bro.
outside said fuck off. It is Shirley's Hood. I mean,
It could.
Nope.
Oh,
Whoa.
that's a tough one, man. Wow.
Okay. Mhm.
Oh, by the way, if it wasn't obvious, we are playing this game because it was Cinco de Mayo just a few days ago. Kev, do you know the history of Cinco de Mayo? I know it's not Mexico's independence. It's more of the battle against France, but I don't know much more than that.
yeah. The history is way
late
weirder.
1890s or something, maybe. Is that right?
Yeah. When Mexico got its first and only emperor of the Bonaparte dynasty, Maximilian. Yeah. It's a
God,
celebration
emperor.
of a battle they won and a war they lost.
Yeah.
It's trying to make the joke God Emperor Gonzales.
God King Gonzales.
God King. Full, short.
See, that's messed up. If they want you to run and be speedy the whole time, don't give me a half jump right in the middle.
And am I going backwards now? Yeah, I am. I mean, I'm going backwards, but that's the exit of the
What?
level?
Cool. I actually
What?
like that. I like that. I like that it breaks the rules about always going to the right to end things. You had to double back and like jump underground.
Yeah. I think I just want some kind of indicator, even just like a flashing arrow that signifies
Letting
the
you
end of
know.
level. Yeah, I thought I was supposed to. There was going to be more over there, but oh well.
Oh, we're probably at
Doesn't-
time, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we is quiet, Speedy.
I do feel like you kind of, as Joe says, sometimes we kind of know what this game's about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a Sonic ripoff, clearly. And
Yeah.
yeah, I'm actually wish I would have looked up why Disney removed Speedy and like what year that was and who did it, and yeah, I wish I would have looked up into the controversy.
I think he may be back because Hispanics were like, wait, why? We like Speedy Gonzales.
Yeah.
But then white people are like, no, he's racist against you. You can't have him. So
He's racist against you.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think you totally nailed it, Kev, where it was white people who created him and they used stereotypes to do so. Then the Hispanic people embraced him because he was their only, Hispanic character, and then the white people took them away because the white people assumed that it was racist. And then the Hispanics were like, no,
he's kind of like,
he's our only one.
I like him. He's kind of like white people's version of Kid Rock. He's a stereotype of everything. But you kind of embrace him because it's like, he's kind of fun, though. Or
Right.
Ted Nugent. They're stereotypes of white people, but they're kind of fun.
They're kind of fun.
Oh, I
A
just-
quick Google byline here. Speedy was banned by Cartoon Network in 1999 for depicting unfair and untrue stereotypes. Although the issue was not necessarily Speedy himself, but his fellow mice who were portrayed as drunk and lazy.
Oh, I got you.
So,
But that's not even a stereotype of Hispanic people, especially not Mexicans. Not lazy at all. And every culture has drunks.
Yeah. Every Hispanic I've ever worked with, you waited till after your shift, and then you go to the parking lot and get drunk.
Yeah, and the white dudes
That's what
would drink
everybody did.
Mexican beer, and the Mexican dudes would drink Bud Light.
Bud Light.
It's great. Brings people
It
together.
was great. It was.
If you worked in the
Those were
restaurant
the
biz, what we just said is actually that is just normal Thursday night.
100%. Yeah. So it would always be 3 in the morning by the time you're done cleaning, and nobody's left. So you just go out. The bosses have left hours ago, so you've been there alone. So you just go out in the parking lot and get drunk before you go home.
And you would think like drinking next to the garbage bins would be gross, but it's not that bad. You get used to it.
No. It's fine.
Feels like you're in, good company.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this week's segment we're going to be talking about fireworks and fireworks stories. It's National Ordnance Day. I don't remember which day that was, but it's one of these days around here. Kev, do you have any kind of?
I do. It's National Ordnance Disposal Day, which is strange that it has a day. So we got this little guy who lost a hand. We got a guy having fun with sparklers, and we got the actual guy who sets off all the fireworks, the hillbilly.
Mm-hmm. The head hillbilly.
The head hillbilly
The head
sets
billy.
off all the fireworks. If you've ever been to a fireworks display behind the scenes, the guys that are setting off those fireworks are the last guys you want in charge of any explosives, but they're great. They're insane people.
Lighting everything
It's like
with that cigar or cigarette.
Yeah, it's carnies who like explosions is basically who does fireworks.
Pyro carnies.
Pyro carny.
All right,
Boy,
boys.
great.
So, who's willing to share one or two or three of their favorite fireworks stories?
I've got one that I remember vividly.
I need to get
told
this
you
off my
guys-
chest, guys. I'm so glad
Yeah,
that
I've got to.
Please be a
Glad
Florida
that you-
story.
It's not. This is actually a Texas story. It could have been. It could have easily been in Florida though. High school, just out of high school, group of friends. Roman candle fight, I think, was maybe a common thing.
Yep.
Well, we had gotten to the point of let's go bigger, and we went over to a friend's house who lived in Pearland City proper. They just happened to have a bigger backyard than most, and I think they faced a pasture. Their backyard faced a pasture, so we thought we had more flexibility that way too. Well, we went over there and we set up battlements and barricades and set up an actual battlefield where you could take cover and things like that. So we had a whole trunk full of fireworks, mainly Roman candles, but we also had those mortars, that you're supposed to put in the tube that shoot up into the sky and explode.
Oh yeah.
Those were our hand grenades.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so we had those, and I will say all of that was in one chest that was out in the middle of the field. Total
Sure.
mistake, because if you
Sure.
drop one firework in there, it's all going up. That didn't happen. But we're at it for maybe 30 minutes. Sidebar: our friend's dad was outside in the lawn chair with beer, watching us. He was closer to the house. He's like, well, I'm supervising these kids destroy each other. So, I'm sure he was having fun watching that up until there was a moment when someone had one of those mortars and it went stray. And we saw it go where it shouldn't have gone, because we had our secure area where it should have been. And we saw something go out of that area.
Being responsible.
And you just hear, oh, hold on, cut it. Something went, and then about that time, it goes off, and I see up by the house, because it was dark, and I just see a silhouette of his dad as the mortar went off under him, and it's just this like big halo of firework around him, and he that's. God damn it, that's it. Everybody fucking go home. And our buddy was trying to, yeah, that's it. We got, all right, pack it up. We almost killed a grown man with a mortar up his butt under his lawn chair.
Hey. Fireworks fights are never just a spectator sport. You're going to get involved.
Yeah, he should have been involved if he was going to be there at all. It's really his fault.
Ro brings up a good point. If you put gasoline on yourself during a Roman candle fight, that's how you know if you hit somebody.
You sure right. Oh, there were plenty of those too. You just have like random burns.
Oh yeah.
Like holes in your where you do get hit. And you're like, ha 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 ha. Ha. No goggles. We didn't have goggles, face guards. We didn't have shit.
I'm wondering when that moment when the mortar went off. I'm wondering, did time slow down for you?
Oh yes.
Okay,
it was,
cool.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was so bizarre, and I asked my friend. We have footage of this. We have someone that was almost a documentarian at that point in his life. He was recording everything later years of high school, and so he was there. He made an edited version of it that's amazing, and I'm waiting to hear back if he still has that footage. So fingers crossed on that one, that I have more to report later.
So hopefully we'll have a tape of that, and we'll have you do a John Madden-esque breakdown of what's going on.
So he comes in here from the side, you see, with a rubber candle. That's not a Madden voice at all. Sorry.
See, in this, he whips it to the side, and that's where you get this right here. That's the dad blowing up.
Big blocked in circle.
All right, good one, Joe. Blew up a dad. That's fun. Kev, how about you?
Well, I was rolling through the Rolodex of fireworks story from my fire marshal days, but they're not really fun stories. They're not really fun stories. But my favorite.
So let me tell you all one
story.
of those. One of those tragedies.
So here we go. Buckle up. No, it was with you, Bear, in the year 2000. It was the turn of the millennia. And for some reason, I think I was
Willennium.
Oh, sorry, the Willennium, as it's known colloquially. I'm not sure why you were there, because if I was 12 or 13, you had to be 15, 16?
Yeah, in 2000, I was 15, 16.
Okay, so maybe you were just at that point where you hadn't quite escaped the house every day yet, but you were home. And we didn't really have any good fireworks, but for some reason, we had a shitload of smoke bombs. And you and I went into the backyard. We were like, all right, well, let's just start setting these smoke bombs off, I guess. So we start setting them off. Then we decide, okay, you stand on one side of the yard, I'll stand on the other side of the yard. And then we'll just start throwing them at each other until the other person can't stand being in this noxious fumes.
Oh, wow. I forgot about this. You're right.
Yeah. So we start throwing them at each other. We must have set off in short succession, probably 20 to 30 smoke bombs. And we then were like, oh my God, this is so smoky. Somebody's going to call the cops. We got out from the backyard, and it looked like there was a house fire. There was, you couldn't drive down the street. It was an ungodly amount of smoke. And there's still just 20 smoke bombs pouring off smoke in the backyard. And that by far is still my favorite fireworks story, just from us laughing, making it look like there was a house fire. You couldn't drive down the street. And nobody called the cops, which is the most surprising part to me.
Wow. I really forgot about that.
It's a short one, but it's sweet. Yeah. That was the most fun I've ever had with fireworks.
I do know how that we had all of those fireworks, actually. So, because I had them for a few years. What happened was I went and visited my friend when I was probably 13 or 14 up in like the country area north of Houston where he lived. And his mom's friend had owned this little shop. And I guess for some number of years they had sold fireworks out of the shop. And so she had this stockpile of all the old fireworks that no one had bought. And she was getting out of the biz. And so she told Jared and I, my friend, to go in there and just basically take whatever you want. It wasn't like premium stuff. It was like mostly black cats and smoke bombs and stuff. But I mean, I still loaded up, of course, 2 bags full of everything I could kind of carry. And it's like those were what we used. I'm pretty sure, Kev, those had sustained me for a few years after that. Yeah. I have a lot of fireworks stories, Kev. Same with you. Like, there's a Rolodex of fire. When I was sitting down to reflect on it, I was like, God, I have dozens of fireworks stories, really. So I will say just like the first part of the fireworks is it was one of the very first activities I participated in on purpose that I knew was illegal, where I knew that when I would be driving around, I would ask people like, why are they selling fireworks here? I thought they can't. They're like, well, this is in between the county lines, and they would explain the ordinances and things. And so I was like, okay, well, I know that if we set off the fireworks in our neighborhood, there's a chance the cops could come. We did it anyway, of course, and they did come a few times actually. So it was one of the first activities I did where I was like willfully breaking the law, I guess, which was exciting in a way because I knew that. I don't know, that it's one of those things where there's reasons for the law, but on the other hand, people are doing it everywhere. You can see it all over. You just drive around. There's stuff going off. Okay, so which one am I going to actually tell you guys? Okay, I'll tell a regular one. Nothing too wild. There was also a time in my life, and when I was 17 or 18, when we had discovered like businesses that would shut down. They would have things still out front, like the newspaper machine, or these various little. And one that was left behind was a free one. Like it was a plastic little housing, and inside of it you could take the magazine or whatever. So we had borrowed that from an abandoned business, and I took it to my girlfriend's house at the time, who lived out in kind of the country of Pearland. And I had a bunch of fireworks left over. It was like the day after July 4th, or yeah, exactly. I had a bunch. And so I decided, like, since we were out there anyway, we're just going to put all the fireworks that we had left in that thing and set it off, boy. And full meltdown. It was like, it was able to contain most of it, boom, 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 and it started like bulging and stuff. And then it eventually just started to melt down. And then by the time that was all over, it was just a puddle of plastic and smoke. And it was really fun, though, to watch it just keep going. Like stuff would step. You would think it would be over, and then it would just boom. The other stuff would go off again. Really exciting, because you didn't know. You didn't know it was going to go down. So I like that one. No one got hurt, and it wasn't too dangerous, really, but it was fun. And I was able to destroy something, so that was always a good time.
It's always a plus.
Yeah. I think in our later years, we mainly use fireworks to destroy things.
Yeah.
Yeah. That story made me think. I was like, you get older, you think about all the possible things that could go wrong. I was like, oh, it's going to melt down, and now you have this molten plastic, and there's like a big one that goes off, and you've got molten plastic that blows up in your face.
Yeah, but I mean, it could have gone it could have gone bad, I guess. But I knew that the leftover fireworks that were in there there weren't any like mortars, and there weren't any kind of artillery shells or anything like that in there. It was all basic stuff. It wasn't anything too wild. But when you put it all together,
yeah,
it's pretty fun.
You built a bomb.
I do
them all.
I do remember, by the way, artillery shells. I don't remember those being around as a kid. You could buy the little ones that were like self-contained. It was a one-time use job. But at some point in my teenage years, like they started doing the full-on artillery shells where you would drop them in and reuse it, and it would, which is way closer to like a true pyro show. And I remember the first time I lit one of those off, and I felt the concussion of it as it launched, and I was like, I don't know if they should sell this. This is legit stuff. Yeah.
Oh, man.
But they are the best now.
That is one of my favorite stories from fire marshaling that didn't turn into a travesty, but it easily could have. As we rolled up, and there's 30 people in the street, and they're setting off those big artillery shells. And we roll up, turn the lights on, and everyone scatters except for the dude that's in the middle of the street with the artillery shell. He had just lit it, looked at us, and then kicked it over. Like he was trying to put it out, kicked it over, boop, aimed right at us, launches the artillery shell right at the cop car, and blows up.
Awesome. Cinematic. So
yeah, that
Kev
was like
hit down on him, right? Now we've got to.
No, we just sat in the cars. It's like, pow, 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 pow,
so
pow,
Kev
pow,
responds with a grenade.
You want that? Here's a flashbang. That's a real one.
So did that actually did that cover his tracks? Did he run away while that was going on?
No, smoke cleared, and he's still standing there in the middle of the street.
Yep.
It was like
That's
perfect
the one you
cover.
take to jail. He's too dumb.
He's too dumb
to
to
stay out.
He's not a genius. His only form of ID was his county inmate card.
Well,
Is this your only form of ID, sir?
98 cents, 93 cents, 97 cents, whatever it is.
Whatever it is, it's perfect.
Um,
So yeah, fireworks, and I guess we've got a couple months before fireworks season. It's been a while. I actually, it's kind of wild, Kev. I'm interested in yours and Joe's thoughts on this. Like, again, as like a 12-year-old kid, up until I was maybe into my late 20s, like fireworks were what's up. I was like down. I'd pay money if people had them going on. I was a part of it. I would want to help and stuff. But I don't know. They've lost their luster for me. I haven't really found it as exciting as I used to.
They're very expensive, if you've noticed. If you've priced them out recently, they're very expensive.
Really? Okay, maybe that's
Yeah.
why.
That's why every time I'd show up and there'd be this huge, plethora of choices of they would always have it set up on the bed of their truck and there'd just be filled. And I would show up and I'd be like, well, all these got to go. Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm taking all of these. You can't have these in the city limits. They're like, I spent $1,000 on this.
Yep.
Sorry, dude.
Should have
That's
bought a
mine
hooker.
now.
Yeah. You should have spent it on cocaine and hookers. I don't know what to tell you. That's way
Like
more
an
fun.
adult.
I can't really take those away from you.
Yeah, I think it's the danger element you talked about, Dave. It's exciting. It's you said it. You knew it was illegal, but you were still going to do it because it was fun. There's something that's hardwired into, I would say, most males growing up of like destroying things. That energy, you don't know what else to do with it. It commands you to break things and tear things up and wear them out and melt them down with fireworks or blow up your
Commands
friend's
you.
dad. Yeah. So, but there's a point. I don't know what that point is, but it just they're kind of boring to me now. If I'll go if it's something and there's fireworks going off. Oh, nice. Yes. That's all fine and well, but it's usually 3 hours of setup for 3 minutes of visual. I don't. Yeah, it's just doesn't have the appeal anymore.
Yeah, and that's the part I don't really
Right.
understand, is because it used to drive me. I used to, make sure that we had fireworks, and then when they were around, I would try to, coordinate things and help, and now I just don't care, not even a little bit.
Trying to get.
I mean, now we have guns and tannerite. Who cares
Right.
now? Guns and tannerite are way better.
What's the thermite? Is that the one that'll burn through like
Oh.
car engines and stuff? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
have
that
something-
one. That's
you have
way
something
more
you're
fun.
planning, Joe, or I don't.
No. I'm just really interested in chemistry and.
Oh, right.
Let's say I was going to melt a bank vault. I mean, how much would I need really?
Yeah, sure. There's an equation for that. Kev, do you have that equation anywhere? You got a
We'll
book.
cover
There's a
that
couple
on next
books I
week's
could lend
segment.
Yeah. Next week's segment is the Anarchist Cookbook. So come on back. We've made that threat several times. I think we're just going to start reading from the Anarchist Cookbook.
It's not all that. It's just not comfy and cozy enough. That's the problem. But it is nostalgia.
Yeah. It's only one of the three.
All right. Any last minute thoughts on National Ordnance Disposal Day / fireworks stories, boys?
No, I wish we could have. I would have been able to arrange with Richard Heat, Dwayne's cousin. That's his
Oh.
job. He's an disposals explosives. That's his entire job.
What?
Yeah, for the charges that they use for fracking,
Yeah.
the ones that don't go off or are misshapen or whatever, they have to dispose of them in a special facility, and his team runs that. And I know that dude's got stories because he's told me some. So
How do you get
know.
that job? How many fingers you got left? All right, that's your good experience.
Oh, well, he needs a palm to hit the stop button anyway, so. Or the blast door, shut the blast door. But, I don't know, not to
Interesting.
bring up what we could have had. Maybe we'll have in the future. Maybe we'll have a guest on and talk about dangerous stuff.
Next year for National Explosive Ordnance Disposal Day.
Yeah.
We'll line him up now.
Yeah, and I used to work in TV, and there was a guy named Pyro Joe who did all the pyrotechnics. He's a pro dude. He set up huge things for cities and counties and states and stuff. And one of the things that I always really enjoyed about him was he was psyched, dude. Every time that we were going to kick off and do it, he was just as excited as the kids out there in the stands. So I guess if you find your calling, you find your place, there you are. Because he was, yeah, I'm sure Kev's met some of those people too in his business, but he's all about it, man.
For sure. It's good when you find somebody who could turn somebody that can be terrible, like Dexter. He turned
go.
his pyro nature into something that's good for the community.
Right.
Yeah.
Instead of becoming a supervillain.
Yeah. I mean, perfect. All about it.
Blowing up chemicals to entertain children.
Did he have an eye patch, Dave?
No.
Movies have taught me that pro pyrotechnic guys always have at least one eye patch.
Yeah, he had all his fingers as well, so
That
he
dude
was
ain't no
he was a
pro.
good one, as they say, I guess. All right, I guess we got to transition
Well-
over to Carrier Aces now.
Yeah, let's.
Let's do that.
And
I'm so bummed that I didn't know about this game as a kid. I'm so bummed. I
Yeah, so
remember
this
seeing
is-
this in stores.
Really, I feel like I might have seen that when I looked at the cover art. I feel like I might have seen it in a rental, one of the rental opportunities, but never played it.
I feel like I know I didn't see it because I would have immediately rented it.
Yeah.
yeah, the box
Maybe it
art
was there.
is- yeah.
Yeah.
It's straight up. Yeah, World War II plane attacking a carrier. That's.
What?
Uh,
Did
I
the
think
U.S.
this is-
eventually? Oh,
Oh, okay. I was the same. I was like, okay, what era are we in now?
Did Japan not give up and we just decided to nuke the whole planet? Or ooh, like a little
Yeah,
flute.
a little trill in there.
Yeah, that was the box art, wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
So here are the configurations. Are we going to be Americans fighting the Japanese, or are we going to be the Japanese fighting the Americans?
What era are we in?
I would assume it's World War II, but
No, I know that, but I'm saying like what
Oh.
span in the Pacific War are we at? Because if we're
oh,
bombing Pearl
Jesus,
Harbor,
don't ask
Japanese.
me that. I don't.
Japanese.
Okay, is this the game or is this like a
Whoa.
demo?
This is demo stuff.
Oh,
I was looking to
okay.
see. I don't think it gets specific. Let's look at the different.
Well, this is a Japanese game, so maybe we should pick Japan. Or
Nope. So here's all your options for missions.
I like it
assuming-
when you can do whatever mission you want. I'd like that raid on Kindio Island. Let's do some raiding.
Yeah. The training is just all of the different types of missions. There's like dogfight, like a bombing run. Well, let's take a look again. What do you got? Dogfight,
Oh.
strafing attack, which I could not figure out. Torpedo strike, carrier landing, and quit.
Ooh. And quit. Teach me how to quit, game.
If I only knew how to quit you. Let's go into one of the missions. Okay, I'll just go backwards. Launch a strike against the Japanese-held island. Here we go.
A bridge. Kindio
Bridge.
Island.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh, you get to build your whole squadron.
Wow.
So, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it doesn't give you any
Hellcats,
metrics. Like,
Wildcats.
how do you know what you need?
Exactly.
Well, if you're doing you're probably going to want dive bombers, the Dauntless. Because you're not, there's no boats involved. So why do you
Yeah.
need a torpedo?
So, yeah.
Do they need fighter escorts, Kev, or?
Always.
So, what is that? My Hellcat and my Wildcat?
Yeah, Hellcat and Wildcat.
What do I need? Dang. What's the spread?
I'm out of my
Fighters to
element. This is
bombers.
Kev. This is
yeah,
all
this
Kev.
is all Kev. Leaning on Kev here. We know how much fighting you did in World War II. It's just
Avengers torpedo. You don't want those.
oh, okay. Then get out of here. Maybe 4 and 4
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, you could do a half split. That's fine.
All right.
And do we have to assign the ordnance, or is it okay? Well, let's hope they are
I
armed.
assume it's going to be auto since dive
Yeah, I
bombers
think it's
just-
per craft. Those particular craft have those particular weapons.
Oh, which one are we? Do we get to choose that? Are we a fighter, a bomber?
Oh, you've been
Oh,
intercepted.
here it is. Okay, here's what we
Oh,
picked.
here. Okay, I'm selecting myself. I don't know what this
Hellcat's a fighter. You
is.
want
That going to be good against a 0? I guess I'm
Yes.
fighting a 0.
0 is their fighters. They're trying to shoot your
Okay.
dive
Okay.
bombers out of the sky. Oh, you have fuel too. Oh yeah, Rose said you have fuel.
Oh, not that. Go
Interesting.
back. Oh,
How am I supposed to tell where they are?
Yeah, where's
Yeah.
our radar or something?
great.
All right, so you get
Looking
their screen as well, which is interesting. I guess this is meant to be kind of a two-player thing.
Yeah,
That'd be
no,
cool.
he's way up. He's way up in this. Oh,
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 there we
God.
go.
Oh God!
I thought,
we'll just fly through each other, I guess. Okay.
wow. I thought you guys were just gonna crash into each other.
Oh, so I guess these little bullet holes on your instrument panel are your damage.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. You lost your altimeter.
Oh, because he actually got shot during that head-to-head thing?
I guess so.
It didn't
You got
indicate
some-
any damage.
some-
Oh, neat. If you fly into the sun, it wipes out your screen.
Yeah.
Oh God,
Okay.
he's firing at you. Or he's firing at somebody. Where the hell are they?
Oh. Exactly, game.
I think he's behind you. I'm watching his screen, of course.
Oh, look at that little arrow next to your oil.
Okay.
Is that it?
So he's above me. He's directly
Or
above
is that
me.
just north? Is that point north? I don't know.
You can see his direction. He's heading northwest.
Lord.
And if we run out of fuel...
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's it.
That-
Half second.
That direction arrow is where he's at.
Okay.
Right?
Come on.
Wow, this is hard.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there's probably something on the UI that we're not catching that would tell us where it is or give us a better indication. But this is... I need a map. I'm just too old now. I need a map to tell me where the... with radar.
Yeah. A map is really what we need. Okay, he's on your
behind
he's on your
you.
tail now. He's behind
Yeah.
you.
On your 6.
He's still behind you.
Okay. Can't... Oh, I can go first person too. Interesting. Oh, and there's my sharp turn.
He's gaining on you now. He's getting closer.
Yep.
He's missing though. He's way off.
Yeah,
You're close to the water, careful.
Oh God. Hit
Oh,
the brakes
nice
and you flew
move,
right by.
Joe. Speed up now.
Throttle up.
Zero
You're
speed.
0.
Oh, what
I'm-
the- You're 0.
Oh,
Why did it take so long to crash in the water?
I guess you glide some. Okay, well, I don't want to be a dauntless.
Oh, you keep fighting until you run out of
Oh,
fighters.
wow.
And then they
There's
just get to
another
kill
game
you.
like this, Kev. What is that game? It's
just get
another
to kill
World
you.
War II game that does that. I feel like you played it.
I don't know.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
that's nice. You start off behind him.
He's gone. He's just.
You hit him.
flying.
You hit him, Joe. His speedometer is out. Nice.
Come on.
Okay, good. Still behind him.
First person might be easier for actual shooting. Dang. Oh, you hit him again.
Yeah, nice.
Get out of there.
He seems to turn and then hammer the throttle.
Yeah.
There he is. Bastard.
Oh, good eye.
Oh no! Got me looking into the sun.
Yeah, maybe they should have shrunk down the area that you can even battle in.
Oh, God.
Okay, so the computer's pretty good. They're not giving it to you or anything.
Surprisingly difficult. Ooh.
Okay. Somewhere here.
He's up.
Ro asked you to
Now
do
you're-
some of that pilot shit.
There he is.
Jesus.
The fire button and the speed up button are opposite of each other. Speed up is Y and fire is A, so I can't do both at the same time on the controller without moving my hand in a weird way.
They gave you unlimited ammo.
Oh my god, I can't. Definitely could, yeah.
Wow, this is hard, dude. This is a hard game.
This is really hard.
Come on. Just a pixel cut. Come on, brother. How was that not?
You might have hit him there.
I haven't seen any more bullet holes show up. God dang.
I mean, you're all
So
over
he's
this
gone.
dude. Yeah, you're all over him. One thing that the computer was doing to you is he was shooting from really far away. It just kept shooting, so I don't know if it's
Yeah.
just better to
Hold
spray-
that.
Spray and pray.
Oh.
Oh, he's running low on
He's
fuel,
almost
too.
out of fuel, dude. So you might just win based on him running
He's
out.
behind me now.
There you go.
Hey, nice.
Hey!
Oh. Go, Joe.
I was saying
Uh-oh,
we're losing the stream
stream's
again.
taking a dump again.
Well, I'm going to reset so we can try some other missions because this seems to be all dogfights.
Okay, yeah.
Should be fine, I think. Yeah, you would expect the shoulder buttons maybe to be your turn really tight
Rudder?
controls, your rudders, but only the left shoulder. So if you have to hold that to turn tight for either direction, whereas the
So you hold it
right-
down and then use the D-pad? Oh,
Yeah.
weird. Yeah, that is weird.
and
That
the
is
other
weird.
shoulder switches you to first person. So that's why I kept popping back to first person or third person to first person, because in my mind it makes more sense for left shoulder go left, right shoulder go right. And you can probably set it up that way, but you show right, bro. It's really hard.
Harder than actually shooting down a plane.
Oh, so
If you go to the training mission, will it show us just the bombing stuff?
yeah. Now, dive bomb was one I couldn't figure out. I was like, is this supposed to be a suicide, like a kamikaze? 'Cause
Maybe
I
if you're,
couldn't-
if you're playing as the other team, maybe. I don't know.
True.
Let's give it a try. Let's try a dive bomb. Yeah, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about the stream if it craps out. Oh my gosh. I guess you're supposed to unload some heavier ordnance.
Okay, so I hit X
Oh.
and it ended it. Okay, maybe I'm just supposed to shoot as many planes as I can.
Because you dropped your bomb.
When did you drop your bomb? I didn't notice that.
I don't think that I did.
It looked like you did. You got a bomb on the bottom of your plane.
Oh, I
Grab
did?
it, pull up. Yeah.
There we go.
Boom.
Nice.
Barely hit it. Okay, so yeah, X is the drop the bomb. Let's one more time. Okay.
dropped the bomb on me.
So if this was
Baby.
2-player, the other guy would be controlling the A. God!
Immediately. They spawn
Yeah.
killed you.
Yeah, they're like, okay, stop playing dive bomb. Go do something else.
Oh, he's got you a couple of times. There you go. That's a winner.
That's pretty
Nice.
cool. Okay. What's next up? What else? What else looks good?
Have you
Definitely
Definitely
landed?
before it's over. I definitely want to see you land.
Yeah, I want to
Okay.
see you land as at least a part of what we do.
Some of
What's
that
the part of-
pilot shit.
What was the
Oh,
other
look at-
game
oh,
there that
little-
we used to play? Was it the F word? Was it Top Gun?
Oh,
Yeah,
that one's
or you-
tough.
You would just die every time you tried to
Oh,
land.
yeah.
At least you got the little guy telling you what to do.
I love that game we had on computer, Kev, that F-15E. Wait,
Did you do it?
I can't tell. Was
Didn't
that
blow up,
success?
so I'm gonna call that a win.
Call that a win.
So I think that's all that is. That's
Okay, well
That's
that's
all.
not too bad.
I'm curious if a mission is all of these
Yeah.
in a row, or most of them, or some configuration of them is one mission. This one I definitely couldn't figure out.
It seems like you start off with a dogfight, then you would go to the bombing, then you would go to the carrier landing.
Okay, so yeah, this one's about avoiding the surface to air stuff and then getting close. There you go. Did it drop it for you? Drop too high, so you have to be
Drop too
lower.
high.
Okay, gives you feedback. That's good. So you gotta keep your altitude low, I guess.
All right, cranked all the way up on the speed. Got to get there as fast as possible.
Good idea. Okay, you're at 50 feet.
I'm drunk. Look out!
That's okay, actually. See how they can't hit you when you're drunk. Okay, go, Joe.
Oh God!
Too late.
That was
late.
good, man.
Right on target.
It should really give you some kind of feedback in the moment to let you know when is ideal to release.
Yeah, where's the green zone for dropping this thing?
And it's shot to hell already.
Yeah, not doing. Oh, so now I don't know what my altitude is. That's interesting.
That's right.
That's good.
Yeah.
No,
Did you drop it?
it wouldn't.
You crashed into it.
Oh, on the far right, there was a bullet hole over the bombs UI. So I wonder if I got like destroyed my bombing capability. So the mission was pretty much over. Let's just see
Yeah.
action off of
Nuggy
Nunga
Nuggy.
Nunga. Noogie Noogie. Destroyer. It's not a very. I don't like that typeface.
Me at all. Me at all either's.
Read. Me.
Thinks as many. Oh. Okay. So we need torpedoes, right? We're sinking.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can
boy,
do
okay.
torpedoes and dive bombers. Or all torpedo. I wonder what would happen if you just did torpedo and no fighters.
Oh, I didn't. There we go. We'll do 2 and 2. One's the. Sure. Let's see what we can get away with.
I was just slowly typing out the entire Top Gun.
Script. Yeah.
Nothing
Oh,
wrong with
God.
it. Here we go. So yeah, this is totally the wrong way to do this, I guess. Like you need
Yeah.
to take out their fighters before you even have a chance. Yeah.
Because you're about to get wrecked.
Yeah. Looks like I'm just
Oh,
flying
you
back.
have to
Why-
take
I
out
need-
their fighters first, and you don't have a fighter?
Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be able to turn way faster than you.
Well, this isn't going to go well then. Because I don't have the option of just going to attack the battleship. It'd be nice if that was it. Like you could pick any. If you pick a fighter, sure, you want to do the dogfight. But if you pick a torpedo, then you maybe could just go on the run. But
He's on you already. He's on you.
he's probably not affected by.
You just let him go by.
Well,
my
I think my speed went all the way down. Oop, see you later. Taking a
So
swim.
if your speed goes too low, you can't recover?
Yeah, I think if it drops all the way to 0, the engine cuts off or something. Okay, well that was a
Bust.
mistake.
Failed attempt.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not much for this game online. The only kind of FAQ that I found was specifically for the dogfighting section. And it was,
How do I?
yeah, and it was posted in 1999. So, this game's had a lot of updates since, and I don't think the controls and,
Bro, I think that was Bear and I. One of Bear and I's favorite lines for sure. Your ego is writing checks your body can't cash.
Sex
I
work.
think these are all going to be the same. Narbor. Narbov? Guards. Terrible font. Yeah, these are all the same.
Yeah, looks like it's pretty procedural.
By the way, that newer Top Gun movie, is it called Maverick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was great. And Joe and I talked about it, actually. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
That one.
It didn't try to do anything more than what it was, and I think that that's usually a good idea.
It's just pure entertainment. Oh boy.
Yeah. We'll do
I think that would be more fun, by the way, if they just let them all go, and then like if you get shot down, you just automatically switch to another plane in your squadron,
Yeah.
and then again like shrink the zone so like there's more action, and then you just cycle through, and then whoever's got the last plane remaining wins.
Oh. So you start off behind him.
I think he's drop. We're just circling each other now. There
Yep.
we go.
There he is, coming into view. Oh,
Ooh.
yeah, he's below you.
Let's get.
Oh,
God.
Oh. This guy's not effing around.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like totally locked onto me in the sun and stuff too. I'm watching when I move my controls. It's moving perfectly opposite of whatever I'm doing.
Yeah, just like a half second behind you.
Yeah.
You'd be just mirroring your movements.
Okay, you escaped him though, because he's not flying very fast, so you're far away now.
Ooh, he
One way
got
to
me more than I got him. Eh, eh.
Flying in circles, the game.
Yeah,
And you
Dave,
said
I
the
think-
controls are pretty good, Joe?
they're responsive at least. I would need to remap the buttons for this to be more playable, I think.
Okay.
Because, yeah, the speed up is on the opposite side of where I need my weapons to be.
We might need to review some of those certificates you got in Pilot Wings.
I might need to get some certificates in Pilot Wings. I think that's the problem. Dude, he is not messing around here.
It's kind of close though, as far as like.
God.
Oh, never mind. Take that back.
Got your ass.
Zapped your dumb ass.
Ketchup. Motherfucker, I'm busted.
So, I mean, I guess we've seen the entire game, all that the game has to offer, just not in the, full spread, a full level, if you will, because I can't beat the first level.
We know what
What
this
is-
game's about.
Maybe one more, or are we gonna
Yeah,
call it
yeah.
and start review? Okay.
You
Was
do a
there
training
anything in
mission,
the training
those
that we
stripes.
didn't do? Yeah. Is there anything in the training we haven't tried?
Strafing.
Yeah, see if we can, the three of us, see if we can figure out strafing. Okay, immediately getting shot at, and I'm in the water. All right.
Perfect.
Maybe, Kev, can you explain to me what a strafing attack is supposed to be?
Exactly what you're doing at the beginning of the dive bombing, where you're just flying past,
Okay.
machine gunning as many aircraft that are on the ground as possible.
Okay, all right. Let's see what we can get into.
I'm not sure what starts you off this low, but
Goodness.
Man, you're getting
yeah, you
fucked
got you
up.
trained in.
Yeah, once you get...
One,
Okay.
two.
Yeah, you took a few out.
All right.
I guess-
Okay.
All right.
You did a strafing run that time.
Did a strafing run.
Ro, can you put the lyrics to "You've Lost That Love and Feeling" in the chat, please?
Okay. Just
God.
melted immediately. I'm just...
Okay,
And
I
I'm
think
also noticing... Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think like I noticed the second time you did it, when you were all the way to the right, he couldn't even hit you. So maybe you'll just hang off to one side and then at the last minute come back around and start. Yeah,
Try and hit most of them. Yeah. Let's
like
try it.
like one pass over him.
God.
There, see now he can't hit you.
Yeah, it's almost like those quick transitions back and forth he can't do anything about.
Let's get another one.
Oh, you hit something.
Oh, and then it goes right into the demo if you don't press a button.
Oh
It's
wow.
weird.
Okay, I
And then
think
it kicks you back.
Kev nailed it. We're on to this game. I think we know what's going on
Yeah,
here.
we know this.
Yeah.
Dang, I wish that game would have been better.
Yeah.
It's
I wanted it to be good.
yeah. I think Dave was right. But we're all the things that Dave mentioned would have made it better, but I think it's limited by hardware of the time.
Okay, we ready to
God,
move
Rose
to
actually
rating?
doing it.
Mm-hmm.
That first line is the weirdest thing. Have you ever kissed
Oh, I
somebody
need it,
with their
Joe.
eyes are open?
Yeah,
Joe.
I mean, I've tried it, of course. Yeah.
Joe, I need the stream again to put the windows right.
Rip.
All right, there we go.
Dave
So-
Bow Bow.
We're taking a look at rating Speedy Gonzales, Los Gatos Banditos. Joe, game design. What do you think? What do you think? What do you say? Who you be?
Who you be? The graphics were pretty good for the time. Very colorful. Sprites were a good size. Some of the background stuff in the stages we pointed out, like the waterfall specifically, seemed a little half-assed. Probably time constraints, of course, but where did I put all my stuff? The sound. But I see La Cucaracha. And that's the only thing I really remember. There was stage music, but
It had a
I
sound
don't-
effect when it went down the little trapeze or the zip line, and then you also commented on the squeaky, something squeaking.
Oh, right.
The pulley.
The pulley.
Yeah, the pulley was good. But yeah, I mean, that's more gameplay. I was gonna say it just kind of it rips off Sonic, but that's gameplay. So, man, it's
Don't overthink
I've also
it, Joe.
lost my list. I'm looking for my list too. I've lost the list is what I'm buying time for. And I
Okay,
can't
cool.
find it
Well,
now.
one thing that this game is it's a Sonic ripoff. So the game design is pretty good just because it's a Sonic ripoff. I mean, there's a lot of elements there that are borrowed, and I don't know how to rate that. Like this seems to happen regularly in some of these games that we do, where they're a copy or a partial copy of another game. But like on that Rise of the Robots game, holy shit! Like, but in this game, is more competent at least. Same thing where it didn't copy enough of Sonic actually.
Excuse me. So, I think it's going to be as far as game design. It's got most of it. It's got all of the elements that are there. They're not done so poorly that you wouldn't want to play the game. There's nothing that's holding it back. Yeah, I'm gonna give that a far out, man.
Far out, man.
Oh,
Kev, what do you say?
I would have gone institutionalized. Formulaic.
No, I'm
it's
with you,
good.
Kev. I think we're going to go institutionalized. That was my vote too. So Joe's just going to have to lose. Sorry.
Oh no, that's on most
It's
of these I can
mid-tier.
be swayed. So,
It's mid tier at best.
I agree with that.
Yep, I agree with Kev. It's institutionalized because they took something that was already working and they kind of made it passable. They took something great and made it passable. So that's kind of like prison.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like freedom. They made it passable. In
Yeah.
Prison.
All right, Joe. Moving on to gameplay. What do you say on Speedy? Speedy's gameplay ability.
Like you just brought up, David, it's what do we do about these games that are blatantly copying another more successful game? I think when you copy it to this level, you invite the comparison. So when you're graded more harshly, it's part of stealing that content. I feel like if you're going to borrow the good stuff, you better do it damn well. And this is not there. It's just not as polished as Sonic. We saw it blatantly, like animations were stolen. Other than them having to redraw everything, the artist did a good job, but everything getting integrated together just is not as smooth as a Sonic game or another game that moves that fast. It's supposedly about speed. So this might be a T2. Why?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yep.
All right. We're all on the same page. Because they could have copied it like Sonic, and they kind of
Why
did,
didn't
but then
you?
they didn't. And so it's like you have this character with his own lore, his own universe. You could have really stepped up and expanded that while keeping some of the Sonic vibes, but they didn't. They just didn't. So
Right.
it's a why. Yeah.
The main thing of the whole two characters is they're fast. So just copy a game that's already good and put your characters in there and put your lure in there. People want the lure. People want the, what's going on with Speedy Gonzales and Slowpoke Rodriguez.
Yeah, there's not. Again, yeah, just it's so easy to tell a knockoff, the knockoff version. This is a knockoff Sonic. It's just not done as well. The people saw the idea. Hey, that's great. Let's do that, and then they couldn't do that, or they didn't have enough time to do that, or whatever it was.
Yep.
So this is man.
Okay, satisfaction, Joe. Where are you at on satisfaction?
Might be. I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Okay. Kev?
So playing the game was not satisfying to you. Rescuing those little mice from being eaten by the Gatos didn't do anything for you?
It again, it has all the elements and it works well enough. It's competent, but I don't think I'd ever go back to play that to try and beat it. Didn't offer anything exciting. I don't care about the Speedy Gonzales lore.
That's fair. All right.
Yeah.
All
Sorry,
right.
I wasn't listening.
I'm sorry I wasn't listening. Wow. That means we're going to move to its Gusher rating. And I'm assuming we're going to be between a 1 and a 2 here. So remember, a 1 would mean it's just garbage, not worth playing. But a 2 means it has some redemptive value. I think this game has redemptive value just because it's a Sonic copy. At the very least, you can play it, and you can Joe progress through the game. But I could be swayed to a 1 if you guys vote that way.
I think a 2 is fair. I think
Yeah.
it's close to being, if they made a sequel to this game and then refined all the things we talked about, it'd easily be, it could be a much better game. And it wouldn't take, I guess the threshold from shit game to where they went is much further from going from where they are to a good or even a great game. So yeah, it's probably a 2 for me.
You agree, Kev, too?
Yeah. Yeah. It's playable. It's decent, but
But
that would be Kev's personal rating of
Okay. So Speedy Gonzales, Los Gatos Banditos, 2 Gushers overall. Unfortunately, it's not very satisfying. It doesn't capture your attention. It's copying Sonic and just not doing anything new to it, and it actually makes it worse because the gameplay and controls were just passable. So could have been great. Could have been a 3 or a 4, worth playing. Unfortunately, they didn't quite have it. All right. I will clear the board, and we will move on to Carrier Aces.
I'm going to preface this by saying I was never really into historical war games and simulation stuff like this. So I'm going to try not to rate it poorly just because it's a game I would never play.
I mean, I think that factors into satisfaction because, I mean, interest matters.
Yeah.
So, but we're talking about, let's start with game design, Joe. So from a design standpoint, does it have, what kind of stuff does this have and what is it missing?
I think it looked pretty good for what they were trying to do. They obviously they wanted a realistic feel because it's based on a very real, serious event in human history. And the cover art was pretty good. And I I don't think the entire thing needs to be in split screen though. I think if you're playing one player, you could get rid of that second screen and maybe some of that other stuff we talked about. You could have a radar or, but I guess again they were trying to go for realism and didn't have any of that. So you're like looking around, like where is the guy? Maybe that was the best version of this that they could do on the system. Doesn't mean it's what you should have done, but trying to grade it for what they got. I did like the way the UI was handled when you took hits. Sometimes you just don't have that information anymore. Your altimeter goes out. You don't really know how high or low you are other than your visual.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
That is a good one. That's a good feature.
yeah,
I like it better than just traditional like hit points or whatever. Like I like the randomness of it. Yeah, it's cool.
so that was novel. So that was a cool thing to see.
And it has
The
a lot of
music,
different. It has a lot of different mission types. So there's there's a variety there, and you're running a squadron, so you're planning. There's something there.
The music, I don't remember much music other than what I thought was Eye of the Tiger during the chalkboard scene, where it shows a little chalkboard screen. And there was something on the title. Yeah, it was just kind of ambient stuff in the background. Nothing like those like space shooters and stuff we were playing that had more of like a rock, almost like a rock soundtrack of like getting you amped up. Again, I don't know if that's like going to war for real is a real serious thing, and so you don't want to have over the top music for your game. I guess that's fine. Again, not for me. So. This might be.
You're really struggling with this one.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a
Sometimes our rating
suggestion,
scale is
Joe.
hard.
If you're okay.
Yeah. I'm open to suggestions.
I think this game might be a forest. Is it good or is it not?
I was in the forest category for sure.
Yeah, that's what I was bouncing between, sitting next to a millionaire. Or is it fun or is it like me? I think an easy way they could have gotten around the split screen thing would have been just have one of your wingmen telling you where he's at. 6 o'clock high, 6 o'clock low.
Yeah, a
Sector
good point.
12.
They had
Yeah.
enough voice stuff in the game that I think that would have worked much better.
Although it might have gotten annoying with him constantly calling out where the other person.
Yeah, if you're just in a circle and he's like,
Right, but
2
remember,
o'clock,
if you
2 o'clock,
ditch
2
the
o'clock.
split screen, then you can add a mini map that can kind of guide you, or at the very
Right.
least, maybe some hot arrows that pop up that give you reminders of which way to go. Or, like I said, just shrink the game area to where you have to kind of stay in this zone to make the chances of combat increased. You're not spending half the time driving around or flying around looking for something to shoot.
Yeah, and they tried to, I've applaud their effort for trying to fit everything with an air battle into one game, but they kind of do nothing great. They do everything kind of bad.
Okay, so
Very
where are we at
ambitious.
then? Where are we at, guys?
Yeah.
Where are we putting it? Are we going?
I think, is it fun?
Fun.
Okay,
Is it
I agree.
Because
Or
game
forest.
we had never played before, so there was
All
surprise
right.
there.
All right, moving quickly to gameplay.
We end up talking
We
a
do.
little bit about that
We
in
do.
the first part too.
But this is
so-
more about controls and stuff, right, Joe? Like this is like you putting your hands on it. You did say you wanted to remap
sure.
some buttons. You did seem like it was competent enough for you to be able to maneuver and shoot down and get shot down.
Right. It was pretty good at getting shot down. You're right about that. The controls, I didn't check to see if we could remap the controls. But just the layout of your speed up and your machine gun, at least in the dogfight, because we played that the most, that definitely needed a rework. As far as it did feel a little hard to regain control. Like if you bank really hard and you're moving really fast, and then you want to whip back to the left or something, real world physics. I'm sure you're sliding some. It doesn't react exactly like you want it to. But I'm maybe because I'm used to playing newer fighters, space shooters or stuff like that, where you have almost, it's like 1-to-1 instantly your craft responds when you hit a button, and this is more you've got to think ahead. It feels like that, at least. So I don't want to take a dump on the controls completely because it feels intentional. Maybe that's the best way to say it. It feels intentional. It doesn't feel like they just F the controls up. Overall, I mean, yeah, probably not a game I would have picked out myself, but it was the game design. I'd have maybe play it more. No, we played through everything. What am I talking about? We played through all this stuff. It had the Mega Man style of stage selection, basically. But yeah, personally, this might be I might blow this game up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Kev, what are you saying?
Yeah, that totally makes sense. I don't want to take a dump on it, but I'll definitely take the piss out of it. Yeah, it seemed frustrating that you couldn't seem to get the fighter to do what you wanted it to do, and you start the game with the AA gun directly trained into your face and just blasting you. It's a little much. Yeah, I might blow this game up.
All right, Anton. It's got something, but it's frustrating. All right, moving on to satisfaction.
Ugh.
Just combining everything we've talked about and not just repeating everything I've said, I'm just going to say it's $100 to not play this game.
Okay. Wow.
Again,
yeah.
that's personal.
That's
Game
fine.
I don't care for this type of game.
After watching the dogfights for that long, I definitely needed a vacation.
I
That's a
was
good
going to
one,
go
too.
T2 vacation as well.
Yeah.
Is that okay, Joe?
Oh, yeah. That one fits
'Cause
just as well.
I want this game to be good, but it's just not.
Exactly. It goes back to the Forest one, really, which is like, is this game good or is it not good? And now it's like, after playing it, it does seem like you're reluctant. We all agree there's some good things here, but yeah, I need to take a break.
Yeah.
All right, so that leaves us with only the Gusher. Again, we're back to a 2 or a 1, maybe, in that range.
Yeah, I'm going to say a 2. I think you guys had some good ideas of what could make this game better. And again, we don't know what they could have done maybe if they had more time or money. But yeah, I think this is a 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin and I are in agreement. It's a 2. So, we wanted it to be great, and it ended up being sort of frustrating. It has redeeming qualities. It has some cool stuff it's doing and it's able to do with all the, altimeter, fuel. The hit system is interesting, controlling the squadron, having so much choice and freedom. But then when you actually get out there and start doing it, you need a vacation after playing it because it's not all that engaging, really,
Yeah.
So, yeah, a kind of interesting game, though. Glad we played it. All right, let me go back to here and wrap it up with you guys. Final thoughts, ideas before we go today?
I got nothing, man. The game wiped my brain out.
Kev?
Yeah. If you're going to play with fireworks, remember to target the people closest to you and hold on to the ones you love.
That's
As a
great
shield.
advice. Hold on to the ones you love. That's what St. Kohzee is going to leave you all with this week. Thanks for joining us. Be looking at our page if you're still here or if you're watching this for the Kohzee Cuts, the short version of the show. They're going to be dropping more and more in the next few weeks. So hopefully we'll see you then, and take care.
Comfy, cozy, comfy.
Saturday morning with my cartoons.
So cozy.
Time I got you fed and snoozed.
Say cozy.
Got 3 days till my rental's due.
So comfy.
Left my homework at school. Alright, PJs, check.
So cozy.
Mixing bowl of cereal, check.
Say cozy.
Toy commercial absorption memories, check.
So comfy.
Alright, boys, here we go.
16 bits of have mercy, y'all.